Remembering our friend or colleague Chris Burrows this morning after he died suddenly.
43-year-old morning news anchor Chris Burrows was discovered dead at a Days Inn in Glendale, California.
It is currently being investigated as a possible overdose.
Police say a man who was with Burrows called and said he was passed out and possibly not breathing. Police say CPR was administered, but Burrows was later pronounced dead at a hospital.
Thank you for joining us on a very difficult day for our entire KTLA family.
Burrows joined the TV station KTLA in 2011.
How do you memorialize a colleague that we all worked with just a day or two ago?
Burrows leaves behind a wife and a 9-year-old daughter, both whom he often incorporated into his videos on social media.
What happens when the glitz and glamour of celebrity lives take a shocking and tragic turn? Some of Hollywood's brightest stars have met their untimely ends in the most unexpected ways, during intimate or controversial encounters. From mysterious hotel room incidents to scandalous political deaths, these stories are as jaw-dropping as they are heartbreaking. In today's video, we're diving into 9 celebrities who died due to sexual encounters. These aren't just tales of tragedy. They're stories that reveal the hidden struggles, vulnerabilities, and taboos surrounding fame and intimacy. How did beloved stars like David Carradine and Michael Hutchence meet their bizarre and tragic ends? What scandals rocked powerful figures like Nelson Rockefeller and Félix Faure, leaving their legacies forever marked? Stick around, because we're uncovering the stories behind these shocking deaths. Some shrouded in mystery, others riddled with scandal. We'll explore the human side of these celebrities, the circumstances of their final moments, and the lessons we can learn from their lives. Get ready, because this is a journey into Hollywood's most haunting and provocative endings that you won't want to miss. Exploring shocking endings in Hollywood. Hollywood has always been a stage for larger-than-life figures whose careers and personal lives captivate audiences worldwide. Yet, behind the glamour and success, some celebrities meet tragic and bizarre ends that shock the world. These stories, often marked by unexpected or scandalous circumstances, continue to fuel public curiosity and debate long after the individuals are gone. Among the most taboo and controversial topics are deaths tied to intimate or sexual encounters. These incidents, laden with speculation and sensationalism, often overshadow the individual's achievements. The narratives tend to focus on the bizarre circumstances of their passing, reducing their lives to the details of their deaths and ignoring the complexities of their identities and struggles. This exploration seeks to go beyond the surface, revisiting the lives of these public figures and the circumstances of their tragic endings. While the shock factor is undeniable, understanding the human stories behind these incidents reminds us of the vulnerability that fame often conceals. By examining these stories with compassion, we can learn from their lives, rather than perpetuating the sensationalism surrounding their deaths. David Carradine, a mysterious hotel room tragedy. David Carradine was a Hollywood icon whose career spanned decades. Best known for his roles in Kung Fu and Quentin Tarantino's Kill Bill, he was celebrated for bringing intensity and depth to his performances. Carradine's artistry earned him a devoted fanbase, but his personal life was often shrouded in mystery, which would later become a defining aspect of his tragic death. In June 2009, Carradine was found dead in a Bangkok hotel room under circumstances that shocked the world. His death was linked to autoerotic asphyxiation, a practice involving intentional oxygen deprivation during sexual activity. The revelation thrust his private life into the public eye, sparking rampant speculation and media frenzy. What should have been a solemn moment of remembrance became a circus of invasive scrutiny. Carradine's death left a complex legacy. While his career achievements remain celebrated, the bizarre nature of his passing has often overshadowed his artistry. For many, his story highlights the need for sensitivity when discussing personal tragedies, reminding us that public figures deserve dignity even in death. Albert Dekker, a Broadway star's cryptic passing. Albert Dekker, a respected actor known for his work in films like The Wild Bunch and Dr. Cyclops, led a career that showcased his talent and versatility. But in 1968, his life ended in a manner that would eclipse his professional legacy, turning him into a cautionary tale of Hollywood's fascination with the macabre. Dekker was found dead in his bathroom under mysterious circumstances involving self-bondage. He was discovered naked, with explicit writings on his body and unusual bindings around him. The scene, while bizarre, was ultimately ruled an accidental death. Yet, the scandalous nature of the event overshadowed any discussions of his contributions to the performing arts. His passing sparked debates about personal freedom and the complexities of private life in the public eye. While some viewed the circumstances as a reflection of Hollywood's darker side, others saw them as an example of how sensationalism can reduce a person's life to the details of their death. Decker's story underscores the importance of privacy and dignity, even in the face of public intrigue. Michael Hutchence, the INXS star's hidden struggles. As the charismatic frontman of INXS, Michael Hutchence captivated audiences with his voice, stage presence, and raw energy. The band achieved global success with hits like Need You Tonight and Never Tear Us Apart, cementing Hutchence as a rock icon. But behind the fame was a man grappling with personal demons and private struggles. In 1997, Hutchence was found dead in a Sydney hotel room. The circumstances of his death were initially ruled as suicide, but later reports suggested it could have been linked to autoerotic asphyxiation. The ambiguity surrounding his passing fueled speculation, detracting from the genuine struggles he faced, including depression and substance abuse. Hutchence's tragic end brought attention to the often overlooked mental health challenges faced by celebrities. While his death remains shrouded in mystery, it serves as a reminder of the importance of addressing emotional well-being, even for those who seem to have it all. Nelson Rockefeller, a political scandal in the spotlight. Nelson Rockefeller, the former Vice President of the United States and scion of one of America's most powerful families, was a man of immense influence and legacy. Known for his contributions to politics and philanthropy, his death in 1979 shocked the nation, not only for its suddenness, but also for the circumstances surrounding it. Rockefeller reportedly died of a heart attack during an intimate encounter with his secretary, Meghan Marshak, in his townhouse. The revelation of the incident sent shockwaves through both political and public spheres. The media frenzy that followed focused more on the scandal than on his decades of public service, tarnishing his reputation posthumously. Rockefeller's death highlights the tension between public figures' private lives and their public personas. It also sparked conversations about the media's role in shaping legacies, especially when personal indiscretions overshadow professional achievements. Chris Burrus, a news anchor's private life exposed. Chris Burrus was a beloved KTLA news anchor whose approachable demeanor and relatable reporting made him a household name. Tragically, his death in 2018 revealed a private life few knew about, leading to widespread shock and speculation. Burrus was found unresponsive in a Glendale hotel room after a drug overdose during an intimate meeting. The details of the incident, including his use of narcotics, became public knowledge, sparking discussions about the pressures of maintaining a public persona while grappling with personal struggles. The fallout from Burrus's death reignited conversations about mental health, addiction, and the stigma surrounding individuals who struggle in private. His story serves as a reminder that public figures are human and deserve empathy, even when their vulnerabilities come to light. Félix Faure, a French president's scandalous end. Félix Faure served as the president of France from 1895 to 1899, a time marked by political turmoil and national unrest. However, his legacy is often overshadowed by the scandalous circumstances of his death, which remain a topic of fascination over a century later. Faure died suddenly in 1899 while in the company of his mistress, Marguerite Steinheil, in his presidential office. The nature of his passing led to widespread ridicule, with political rivals and the public alike mocking the incident. His death became a symbol of political decadence and distracted from his contributions to French politics. Faure's story underscores the fragility of public perception and how scandal can redefine a legacy. While his death remains a historical curiosity, it serves as a cautionary tale about the interplay of power, privacy, and reputation. Gary Hoy, a tragic attempt at impressing. Gary Hoy was a respected Toronto lawyer whose life was tragically cut short in 1993 in one of the most bizarre workplace accidents ever recorded. Hoy's untimely death became infamous for its combination of hubris and tragedy. While attempting to demonstrate the strength of his office's windows to colleagues, Hoy threw himself against a pane of glass. The glass, while not breaking, popped out of its frame, causing him to fall to his death from the 24th floor. The incident left his colleagues in shock and turned his death into a morbidly iconic anecdote. Hoy's story serves as a stark reminder of the risks of thrill-seeking behavior and the unpredictability of even seemingly controlled actions. It also highlights the fragility of life, even for those at the height of their careers. Tennessee Williams, misinterpreted last moments. Tennessee Williams, one of America's greatest playwrights, is celebrated for works like A Streetcar Named Desire and The Glass Menagerie. Yet, his death in 1983 has been surrounded by rumors and speculation that detract from his literary achievements. Williams died in his New York hotel room, reportedly choking on a bottle cap. While some accounts dismissed the incident as a freak accident, others suggested sexual undertones, adding a layer of sensationalism to his passing. These speculations overshadowed his work and perpetuated the media's obsession with the bizarre. Williams's death highlights how rumors can distort a person's legacy, reducing a life of artistic brilliance to the circumstances of their final moments. His story underscores the importance of focusing on contributions rather than controversies. Clement Freud, a story of posthumous allegations. Clement Freud, a celebrated British politician, writer, and broadcaster, was long admired for his wit and intellect. However, his legacy took a dark turn after his death in 2009, when allegations of sexual misconduct and abuse surfaced. Posthumously, several individuals came forward with claims of inappropriate behavior by Freud, raising questions about the ethics of revisiting legacies after death. While his achievements remain significant, these revelations cast a shadow over his reputation and sparked debates about accountability and forgiveness. Freud's story illustrates the complexities of evaluating legacies in light of posthumous allegations. It forces society to grapple with the question of how to reconcile an individual's accomplishments with their personal failings. Marvin Gaye, a romantic icon's violent end. Marvin Gaye, the Prince of Motown, was a musical genius whose soulful voice and poignant lyrics resonated across generations. Known for hits like What's Going On and Sexual Healing, Marvin revolutionized R&B music and became a cultural icon. Yet, behind his romantic lyrics and public charm, Marvin's life was plagued by inner turmoil and family conflict that would ultimately lead to his tragic death. In 1984, Marvin was living with his parents following a difficult period of financial and emotional struggles. His relationship with his father, Marvin Gaye Sr., had always been strained, marked by years of conflict and resentment. On April 1st, a heated argument between the two escalated, and Marvin Gaye Sr. shot his son twice, killing him instantly. The incident shocked the world, not only because of Marvin's untimely death, but also because of the deeply personal nature of the tragedy. Marvin's death highlighted the intersection of fame, family, and vulnerability. His struggles with addiction, depression, and the pressures of fame were well documented. Yet his tragic end revealed just how deeply those issues ran. Despite the violent circumstances of his passing, Marvin's legacy as a romantic icon and social activist endures. His life and death serve as reminders of the emotional toll that fame and personal relationships can exact on even the brightest stars. Natalie Wood. Love, mystery, and tragedy. Natalie Wood was one of Hollywood's most beloved actresses, captivating audiences with her performances in films like West Side Story and Rebel Without a Cause. Her career was marked by grace and talent, but her personal life, particularly her marriage to actor Robert Wagner, was the subject of intense public interest. This fascination only deepened after her mysterious death in 1981, which remains one of Hollywood's most enduring mysteries. Wood drowned off the coast of Catalina Island during a boating trip with Wagner and her co-star Christopher Walken. Initial investigations ruled her death an accident, but rumors and inconsistencies in the accounts of that night fueled widespread speculation. Reports of a heated argument between Wood and Wagner before her disappearance, coupled with her well-documented fear of water, led many to question whether her death was truly accidental. Over the years, renewed investigations and interviews have kept the mystery alive, with Wagner named a person of interest in 2018. The ongoing fascination with Wood's death often overshadows her illustrious career, reducing her legacy to the circumstances of her tragic end. Natalie's story serves as a cautionary tale about the cost of fame and the public's relentless need for answers, even when they remain elusive. Robin Williams, struggles behind the laughter. Robin Williams was a comedic genius whose ability to make people laugh was unmatched. From his breakout role in Mork and Mindy to unforgettable performances in Good Will Hunting and Dead Poets Society, Robin brought joy to millions. However, his death in 2014 revealed a side of the beloved actor that the public rarely saw. A man battling profound internal struggles. Robin was found dead in his home, with the cause of death later ruled as suicide. Initially, reports tied his passing to depression, but further investigation revealed that he was suffering from undiagnosed Lewy body dementia, a debilitating neurological disorder. The disease had caused a rapid decline in his cognitive and emotional health, contributing to his tragic decision. His death shocked the world, sparking conversations about mental health and the hidden struggles of even the most successful individuals. For Robin, his ability to make others laugh often masked his own pain, a duality that made his loss all the more poignant. While his death is a tragedy, his legacy as a performer who brought light to so many lives remains unshakable. Robin's story highlights the importance of understanding the complexity of mental health and the need for compassion, even for those who seem to have it all. The thin line between celebrity and vulnerability. The lives of celebrities are often viewed through a lens of glamour and success, but beneath the surface lies a fragile balance between fame and vulnerability. For many public figures, the pressures of constant scrutiny and the need to maintain an idealized persona create a toxic environment where personal struggles are hidden. The tragic and bizarre deaths of celebrities reveal just how deeply these pressures can affect their lives. Society's fascination with sexual scandals and shocking endings only amplifies the stigma surrounding these stories. When a celebrity dies under controversial circumstances, the media often sensationalizes the details, reducing their lives to a moment of tragedy. This invasion of privacy not only disrespects the deceased, but also perpetuates harmful narratives that overshadow their achievements and humanity. For Black celebrities like Marvin Gaye and trailblazers like Natalie Wood, the added pressures of breaking barriers and maintaining perfection in the public eye further complicate their legacies. These stories remind us that fame does not shield individuals from pain, vulnerability, or the consequences of their private lives becoming public spectacle. They serve as a powerful call for compassion, privacy, and understanding in how we remember those who have passed. Lessons from the tragedies. The shocking and tragic endings of these celebrities offer profound lessons about life, fame, and the fragility of human existence. From the mysterious circumstances of Natalie Wood's drowning to the heart-wrenching struggles of Robin Williams, these stories reveal the complexities of their lives beyond the sensational headlines. They challenge us to look beyond the surface and acknowledge the humanity of those who lived in the spotlight. Denzel Washington once said, "Ease is a greater threat to progress than hardship," a sentiment that applies to the lives of these celebrities. Their stories remind us that success often comes with unseen challenges, and that fame can amplify struggles rather than alleviate them. Understanding these tragedies requires empathy, a willingness to move past sensationalism, and a focus on celebrating the achievements and legacies of these individuals. As we reflect on these lives, let us strive to reduce the stigma around mental health, privacy, and personal struggles. These lessons should inspire us to foster compassion in how we discuss the lives and deaths of public figures, ensuring that their stories are remembered with dignity and respect. In doing so, we honor not only their legacies, but also the humanity we all share. And that's the heartbreaking and eye-opening truth behind 9 celebrities who died due to sexual encounters. From David Carradine's mysterious passing to the political scandal of Nelson Rockefeller, these stories remind us that fame doesn't protect anyone from life's darker twists. Each life was complex, and these endings are a sobering reminder of the vulnerabilities that even the most powerful and glamorous people face. If you found these stories intriguing, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more deep dives into Hollywood's untold truths. Let us know in the comments which story shocked you the most, or if there's a celebrity story you'd like us to cover next. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss a video. Until next time, take care, stay curious, and we'll see you in the next one.